Dear brothers and sisters, there is currently concern and unease surrounding the wall that has been erected around the Kaaba. Many people are unaware of the truth behind this wall, leading to confusion and worry. Some speculate that it was built during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic and fear its return. Others believe it is a secret attempt by the Saudi government to keep ordinary Muslims away from the Kaaba. There are also claims that it is related to the conflict between Jews and Muslims in Palestine. However, it is important to uncover the real truth behind this wall. To understand the significance of the Kaaba and the wall, we must delve into its history. The very first Kaaba, known as Baytul Ma'mur, was built by Allah as a place of worship for angels in the heavens. When Prophet Adam was brought down to earth, he was commanded by Allah to build the Kaaba at its current location. Above the earthly Kaaba, there is a celestial counterpart in the heavens known as Baytul Ma'mur, which acts as a center for angelic worship. During the time of Prophet Noah, the Kaaba was damaged by the flood. After the flood subsided, people discovered its ruins. Then, in the time of Prophet Abraham, Allah commanded the angel Gabriel to visit him and instruct him to rebuild the Kaaba. Prophet Abraham started the construction with the help of angels, unearthing the same foundational stones placed by Prophet Adam. The reconstruction was completed by Prophet Abraham and Prophet Ismail. However, the structure of the Kaaba built by Prophet Abraham differed from its present form. It was rectangular in shape and lacked a roof. It had two doors, one for entry and the other for exit. This structure remained for a considerable period, and people continued to circumambulate it as commanded by Allah. Even before Islam, the Kaaba was considered a sacred and respected building in various religions. During the time of Prophet Muhammad, the Kaaba was in a state of disrepair due to continuous rains. It was decided to rebuild the Kaaba, and the Quraysh tribe was entrusted with its care and management during this pre-Islamic era. The Quraysh and other tribes decided to use only income earned through lawful means for the construction and maintenance of the Kaaba. Income obtained through unlawful means, considered haram, would not be used for this purpose. When the construction began, the Quraysh financed it with lawful income. However, due to a loss of lawful income, the construction was halted, leaving a portion of the Kaaba unfinished. The completed section was covered with a square-shaped building. It's important to note that the construction of the wall around the Kaaba is not a recent development. It has been in place for centuries and serves as a protective barrier for the Kaaba. The purpose of the wall is to safeguard the sacred structure from external elements and ensure the security of the Kaaba itself. The wall around the Kaaba has a long history and is not a recent addition. It was constructed to protect the Kaaba and has been in place for centuries. The current structure of the Kaaba and the wall symbolize the sacredness and reverence associated with this important religious site. It is essential to be aware of the historical context and significance of the Kaaba and to dispel any unfounded fears or misconceptions surrounding its construction. The Kaaba is a significant structure located in Mecca that holds great importance in the Islamic faith. It is a cubic building that has undergone various renovations throughout history. The black stone, a mysterious artifact, is housed within the Kaaba and is revered by Muslims. The Kaaba and its surroundings, including the semi-circular wall known as Hajar al-Aswad, the station of Abraham, hold immense spiritual significance, and performing prayers in these areas is rewarded similarly to praying inside the Kaaba itself. Over time, the Kaaba has undergone renovations and additions. During the time of Prophet Muhammad, the Hajar Ismail, a semicircular wall, was added. Construction work on the Kaaba does not disrupt the worship practices inside it, such as circumambulation, tawaf, and other rituals. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, when many social activities were restricted due to social distancing measures, the Kaaba remained open for worship. A temporary wall was erected around the Kaaba to maintain distance between worshippers and the ongoing maintenance work. The purpose of this temporary wall is not due to the coronavirus or any secret plan by the Saudi Arabian government. It is not related to conflicts between Palestine and Israel either. The wall serves to ensure that the noise and disturbances caused by maintenance work, including the use of tools and machines, do not interrupt people's prayers. It also helps preserve the sanctity and serenity of the Kaaba. Maintenance work on the Kaaba is not a new occurrence. It has been conducted multiple times in the past due to factors such as changes in time, weather, and seasonal effects. Repairs are required for the building and foundation of the Kaaba, as well as the carpet, roof, and surrounding areas. The cover of the Kaaba is also regularly maintained because some pilgrims, out of ignorance, have been observed causing damage to it. They may cut threads or pieces from the cover, believing that it will bring blessings. Although such actions are discouraged in Islam, timely repairs are necessary to fix any damage caused. When observing fellow Muslims engaging in actions that may seem inappropriate in the Haram or in Makkah, it is important to approach them with understanding and love. Instead of criticizing or judging, we should pray for the opportunity to visit the sacred places ourselves and to experience the presence of the Prophet during his blessed times. The historical significance of the Kaaba spans back to pre-Islamic times, making it a revered and sacred site for Muslims worldwide. According to Islamic tradition, it is believed that the Kaaba was originally built by the Prophet Adam, the first human being and prophet in Islamic belief. Adam constructed the Kaaba as a place of worship dedicated to the worship of one God, Allah. Over time, the Kaaba fell into disrepair and was eventually reconstructed by the Prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail. Ibrahim holds a prominent role in Islamic history as a central figure of monotheism and a revered prophet. It is said that Allah commanded Ibrahim to rebuild the Kaaba, which had been lost in the sands of time. As Ibrahim and Ismail worked together to rebuild the Kaaba, they established the foundations of Tawhid, the fundamental belief in the oneness of God. This act of reconstructing the Kaaba symbolized the restoration of the monotheistic faith that had been passed down through generations. It became a central place of worship for believers who adhered to the teachings of Ibrahim and the belief in one God. The Kaaba's historical significance is deeply ingrained in Islamic teachings, and its reconstruction by Ibrahim and Ismail is considered a pivotal event in the history of monotheism. It represents the establishment of the Abrahamic faith and the affirmation of the worship of one God. Throughout the centuries, the Kaaba has retained its status as a sacred site, drawing countless pilgrims from all corners of the globe. It is the focal point of the annual Hajj pilgrimage, which is an obligatory act of worship for able-bodied Muslims who can afford the journey. The Hajj pilgrimage is a reenactment of the rituals performed by Ibrahim and his family, including the circumambulation of the Kaaba and the symbolic stoning of the pillars representing Satan's temptation. The Kaaba's historical significance extends beyond religious rituals. It has also played a crucial role in the socio-political landscape of the Arabian Peninsula. Even before the advent of Islam, the Kaaba was regarded as a place of reverence and a center for trade and commerce. Tribes from various regions would gather in Mecca, near the Kaaba, to engage in trade and establish alliances. When Prophet Muhammad received the divine revelation and Islam began to spread, the Kaaba became the epicenter of the new faith. Muhammad, as the final prophet, played a pivotal role in purifying the Kaaba from the idols and restoring it as the exclusive center of monotheistic worship. The Kaaba's transformation into the holiest site in Islam solidified its historical significance and cemented its place as a symbol of unity and devotion for Muslims worldwide. Today, the Kaaba stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of the Prophet Ibrahim and the monotheistic faith he propagated. It serves as a physical and spiritual focal point for Muslims, symbolizing the unity of the Ummah, Muslim community, and representing the profound belief in the oneness of God. The historical significance of the Kaaba continues to inspire and guide millions of Muslims in their faith, reminding them of their connection to the rich tapestry of Islamic history. The Hajj pilgrimage is a significant religious journey undertaken by millions of Muslims each year, with the Kaaba serving as its central focal point. As one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the Hajj holds immense importance and is a mandatory act of worship for able-bodied and financially capable Muslims. During the Hajj, pilgrims from around the world converge in the holy city of Mecca to embark on a series of prescribed rituals. The ultimate objective of the Hajj is to foster spiritual rejuvenation, unity, and submission to God's will. At the heart of the Hajj stands the Kaaba, the revered cubic structure located within the Grand Mosque complex known as Masjid al-Haram. The Kaaba symbolizes the house of God and represents the direction of prayer, Qibla for Muslims worldwide. It is the ultimate destination and focal point of the Hajj pilgrimage. Upon reaching Mecca, pilgrims begin their Hajj journey by entering a state of ritual consecration known as ihram. Men don the simple white seamless garments while women adhere to their modest attire. This attire signifies equality and unity before God, as all pilgrims dress the same, irrespective of their social or economic backgrounds. The first major rite of the Hajj is the tawaf, the circumambulation of the Kaaba. Pilgrims walk counterclockwise around the Kaaba 7 times, expressing their devotion and humility towards God. This act signifies the unity of the Muslim Ummah, as believers from all walks of life come together in a harmonious circle of worship. Adjacent to the Kaaba is the station of Abraham, Maqam Ibrahim, where Muslims offer prayers. It is believed that Prophet Ibrahim stood on this stone while constructing the Kaaba. Pilgrims strive to pray at this sacred site, seeking blessings and drawing inspiration from the steadfast. Another integral ritual of the Hajj is the Sa'i, which involves walking back and forth 7 times between the hills of Safa and Marwa. Hills hold historical significance as they commemorate Hajar's frantic search for water when she was left in the barren desert with her infant son, Ismail. Hajar's perseverance and trust in God's providence are remembered through this ritual, underscoring the themes of faith, resilience, and reliance on Allah. The climax of the Hajj occurs on the 9th day of the Islamic month of Dhul-Hijjah, known as the Day of Arafat. Pilgrims gather in the vast plain of Arafat, where they engage in supplication, repentance, and reflection. Standing on the Mount of Mercy, they seek forgiveness and mercy from God, acknowledging their shortcomings and seeking spiritual purification. After sunset, pilgrims proceed to Muzdalifah, where they spend the night in prayer and contemplation. They collect pebbles to be used in the symbolic stoning of the pillars representing Satan. The next major rite, known as the stoning of the devil, takes place in Mina. Pilgrims throw 7 pebbles at each of the 3 pillars, symbolizing the rejection of evil and temptation. This act is a reminder of the steadfastness of Prophet Ibrahim, who resisted the devil's attempts to dissuade him from fulfilling God's command. Following the stoning ritual, Muslims celebrate Eid al-Adha, the festival of sacrifice, commemorating Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son as an act of obedience to God. Muslims worldwide also partake in this celebration, sacrificing an animal and distributing its meat to the needy, symbolizing generosity and gratitude. The Hajj pilgrimage concludes with the final rite of Tawaf al-Wida, the farewell circumambulation. Before departing from Mecca, pilgrims bid farewell to the Kaaba, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to perform this sacred journey and seeking God's acceptance of their efforts. The Hajj pilgrimage to the Kaaba is a profound and transformative experience for Muslims. It reinforces the principles of spirituality, unity, humility, and devotion. By participating in these rituals, pilgrims feel a deep connection to their faith, their fellow believers, and the historical significance of the Kaaba. The Hajj serves as a reminder of the spiritual legacy left by Ibrahim and Hajar and their unwavering submission to God's command. Nestled in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, the black stone, known as Hajar al-Aswad in Arabic, holds a significant place in Islamic tradition. This ancient rock, believed to have been sent down from heaven, is an object of profound veneration for Muslims worldwide. During the Hajj and Umrah rituals, pilgrims make a special effort to come into contact with the black stone, either by kissing or touching it, as part of their circumambulation, known as the Tawaf. The black stone is a small, dark-colored stone set within a silver frame, which is embedded in the eastern corner of the Kaaba. It is said to have been brought to earth by the angel Gabriel, as a gift from paradise to Prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail during the construction of the Kaaba. According to tradition, this stone was originally white but turned black over time due to the sins of humanity. Muslims regard the black stone with deep reverence, considering it a sacred relic that holds spiritual significance. As pilgrims perform the Tawaf, they are encouraged to touch or kiss the black stone, if possible, at the beginning and end of each circuit. This act is known as istilam. However, due to the large number of pilgrims and the limited accessibility of the black stone, many pilgrims simply wave towards it or raise their hands in its direction as a symbolic gesture. The act of touching or kissing the black stone is not an act of worship itself, but rather an expression of love, respect, and emulation of the Prophet Muhammad. It reflects the spiritual connection between the pilgrim and the sacred history of the Kaaba. Muslims believe that the black stone has the power to absolve sins and grant blessings. Kissing or touching it is seen as a way to seek forgiveness, purification, and divine blessings. The significance of the black stone extends beyond religious rituals. It also holds historical and cultural importance. Before the advent of Islam, the black stone was venerated by the pre-Islamic Arab tribes. It was seen as a symbol of power and divinity and was considered a talisman that brought good fortune and protection. During the reconstruction of the Kaaba by the Prophet Muhammad, the placement of the black stone in the eastern corner became a pivotal moment in Islamic history. Muhammad's action of placing the stone established a clear distinction between the worship of idols and the exclusive worship of Allah. It marked the triumph of monotheism over polytheism. The black stone has endured numerous challenges throughout history, including attempts at theft and destruction. In 930 CE, the stone was stolen by a radical religious sect known as the Karmatians and taken to their stronghold in modern-day Bahrain. However, it was eventually returned to the Kaaba after 22 years following negotiations and a ransom payment. The black stone's significance lies not in its material composition, but in the spiritual devotion it inspires. It serves as a tangible connection to the sacred history of Islam and the Prophet Ibrahim. Touching or kissing the black stone during the tawaf is a deeply personal and meaningful act for pilgrims, symbolizing their submission to God and their participation in the timeless rituals of their faith. In essence, the black stone represents a link between the earthly realm and the divine, reminding Muslims of their eternal connection to God and the collective heritage of their faith. It is a symbol of unity, devotion, and the enduring legacy of the Kaaba as the spiritual center of Islam. For Muslims, embarking on a journey to visit the Kaaba in Mecca is an undertaking of immense spiritual significance. It is a deeply personal and transformative experience that holds the promise of cleansing one's sins, seeking forgiveness, and establishing a profound connection with Allah, the Almighty. The pilgrimage to the Kaaba is not merely a physical journey. It is a spiritual odyssey that transcends time and space. It is believed that by performing the Hajj or Umrah and standing in the presence of the Kaaba, one can attain spiritual renewal and purification. The Kaaba is considered the house of God, a place where the divine presence is especially manifest, and Muslims strive to approach it with reverence, humility, and awe. The act of pilgrimage itself is rooted in the teachings of Islam, with the Quran enjoining Muslims to undertake the Hajj at least once in their lifetime if they are physically and financially able to do so. The pilgrimage serves as a means of seeking closeness to Allah, purifying the soul, and seeking His forgiveness. As pilgrims undertake the sacred rituals and approach the Kaaba, they enter a state of heightened spiritual awareness. The atmosphere surrounding the Kaaba is charged with a palpable sense of devotion, unity, and awe. The sight of millions of believers from diverse backgrounds, languages, and cultures converging in one place is a testament to the universal appeal of Islam and the power of faith. For many pilgrims, the journey to the Kaaba represents a turning point in their lives. It is a time for reflection, repentance, and seeking forgiveness from Allah. The physical challenges of the pilgrimage, such as the heat, the crowds, and the physical exertion, serve as reminders of the tests and trials that one must endure in the path of righteousness. Visiting the Kaaba allows Muslims to experience a sense of unity and equality before Allah. The simple white garments worn during the pilgrimage erase distinctions of social status, wealth, and nationality, emphasizing the universal brotherhood and sisterhood of Islam. In the presence of the Kaaba, all worshippers stand shoulder to shoulder, united in their devotion and submission to Allah. The act of circumambulating the Kaaba, known as the tawaf, is a central ritual of the pilgrimage. As pilgrims walk around the Kaaba in a counterclockwise direction, it symbolizes their orbiting of the divine presence, their devotion, and their complete surrender to Allah. It is a physical manifestation of their spiritual journey, as they seek to revolve their lives around the worship of the one true God. The spiritual significance of the Kaaba extends beyond the pilgrimage itself. The experience of visiting the Kaaba lingers in the hearts and minds of pilgrims long after they have returned to their homes. It leaves an indelible mark on their souls, reminding them of the sacred connection they established with Allah and the transformative power of their faith. The spiritual journey to the Kaaba is a deeply personal experience, as each pilgrim brings their own intentions, hopes, and prayers. It is a time of introspection, self-reflection, and seeking spiritual guidance. Many pilgrims use this opportunity to seek forgiveness, make supplications, and offer prayers for themselves, their loved ones, and the wider Muslim community. Ultimately, the pilgrimage to the Kaaba is a profound spiritual journey that holds the promise of redemption, forgiveness, and spiritual nourishment. It is a time of intense devotion, self-discovery, and connection with Allah. The experience of standing before the Kaaba serves as a reminder of the ultimate purpose of life and the pursuit of eternal salvation. It is a testament to the power of faith and the transformative potential of a sincere and dedicated relationship with Allah. If you would like to see more videos or content like this, please let us know in the comments. Feel free to share this video with your friends and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative and inspiring content.